picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. After a full day of college football, the sun is down, the lights are on, and we still have more for you on EA Sports. It's the Clemson Tigers and the BYU Cougars. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15. They are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. Defense in press coverage. Back to throw, it's Reynolds. That's caught, it's Moore. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 20, he's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
The dream start for this offense. You get the ball on the 25, and you go 75 yards, play one. Everybody excited, everybody confident, everybody jacked up. That's the way you start a football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of him. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. BYU line.
Well, BYU is a team that made it to the Big 12 title game a year ago. A big part of it was L.J. Martin and their ability running the football, but also what he was able to do catching it as well. Bachmeier back at quarterback, so this offense really expects to take the next step. But L.J. Martin, David, probably one of the better running backs in the country that maybe a lot of college football fans outside of the Big 12 don't really know about.
Yeah, I mean, he could catch it, he could make you miss, he could run you over. The injuries slowed him down a little bit a year ago. But another year of experience with Bear in the backfield, and that is a big Bear. That is a large Bear that can also run the football.
Upstairs, he's got it.
Well, it's the first third down of the game. You can't execute it any better than that. Really nice job in protection. Good job by the QB finding the open man. Nice route, and it's an explosive play early for this offense.
Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running inside. It's Martin. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Offense facing 4th down.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Wesco's got it in the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms. They start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Plucks it out of the air. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll give it to Johnson. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Open space. Makes a grab and room to run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. The returner will field it and bring it back. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a crease to the left. Plows through the defense. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
BYU lines up quickly. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Bringing the heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
On the ground, it's Davidson. There's a crease. Touchdown, Clemson. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's his 2nd big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first.
Makes the grab in their space. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they would go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it, and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Reynolds. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fears the pressure. And down he goes. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the 1st quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. 1st down for this offense. Using his legs, it's Martin. Nice move there. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. BYU right back to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going.
Caught, and he's got room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? Turning it on! Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Bachmeier. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. He wants to change this route. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pressure coming. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense, because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some 1st downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheel.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
BYU 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. DB's right up on the receivers. Over the middle, complete to Wesco. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is...
Snags it, and there's running room. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Here we go. Ready. Go. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
Look, as an offense, we're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Back to throw, it's Reynolds. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots?
Lots of room to run. All the way. Touchdown, Tigers. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
Coming out with it, it's Bachmeier. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The run inside. It's Martin. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Cougars will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Pulls it in. It's Martin. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
The throw to the outside is complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Casper. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The offense set for a 1st down play.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Complete downfield. He's down right at the 17, and the clock will stop to move the chains on the 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a man. He wants it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The handoff to Johnson. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the New Mexico State Aggies. And it's the Mountaineers looking to deliver in a big way today to get to 8-2. I know those two hiccups did not sit well with this team. Hopefully now they can close out the season in style.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find he's going for a big play downfield.
Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man, it's Bachmeier. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Now facing a 3rd and long. Offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Shoots it to the left. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He slides and gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Now on the counter. Here's a little room there. Makes it past the marker. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That is his 3rd score of the game, and now 14 on the season.
And this is the definition of complementary football. Your defense takes the ball away, and the offense turns those takeaways into touchdowns. Fantastic run, great vision, but this has been so good. Their defense staying aggressive, getting the takeaways, and the offense capitalizing, David, with big plays.
And I wish I could say there was complementary football on the other side. They've complemented each other, and they both stunk. Like, both sides have been bad. Turning the football over, not scoring, like, dug yourself a huge hole in this football game. They better find something quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Casper. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. BYU lines up quickly.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Martin. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Snagged out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Working that left side now. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to bully their way for the first. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country, and his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Flying down the left side. He takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Bachmeier. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The run inside. It's Johnson. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, they're after him. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. On the ground, it's Davidson. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Anderson will throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Makes the catch. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, BYU!
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no.
3rd down coming after the incompletion. Wants to throw. It's Reynolds. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Looks as if BYU will have a first down. No huddle here for the offense.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Might be changing the route. Anderson wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going to let it go. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because...
Upstairs to make the catch. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Anderson will throw. Makes the grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Avoids the pressure and gets away. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting, and they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. they've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. It'll be 3rd and long. To throw, it's Denson. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is made. They'll spot it at the 7, and a long way to go for this offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He wants a big play here late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using the quick game. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.